It's really nice to have loads of flowers in a garden. It makes it really bright and nice. But it's important to know that loads of these flowers are edible. Some taste nice and some don't, and some are really good for decorating salads, like this geranium here. These are like, the hardy geraniums, the crane's bills, and they're native to Europe. And they actually taste really, really nice. They don't look like something you could eat, but they are really, really nice. I often find myself just eating them. And there's loads of different types of them. There's loads of wild types, like the herb Robert, and they all have very similar medicinal uses. They're good for stopping bleeding and for being an antiseptic. Just squash up the leaf and just apply it, and it's really good. They have tons of other uses. Another one that's really, really nice is the pansy, especially these little heartsease pansies. They are delicious. I mean, they just look really nice just on a salad or something, and they taste really sweet and nice. Pansies originate from Europe and Western Asia. Eating the flowers is good for the heart and good for the skin. Next we have antirrhinums, or snapdragons. These are really, really bright and colourful to have in a garden. They're hardy annuals or short-lived perennials. Sometimes they come back the next year, and they come from the sort of large parts of the Mediterranean region, going from sort of Spain all the way down to the Middle East. And you do get some similar plants growing here as well, plants. They're called snapdragons because they, if you go like that, they sort of open like a dragon's mouth. And the flowers are edible. Not very nice, really. The leaves are edible as well, and they're kind of not very nice either. But they're both parts can be used to treat any kinds of inflammation, tumours, hemorrhoids. Really, really good like that, and they're rich in vitamin C. But they are really colourful, long-lasting plant in the garden. When these big heads of flowers finish, just sort of cut them back a bit, and then loads of these side shoots grow in flowers. They'll keep going right the way into like October, November. Really, really bright. You get the pink ones, white ones, yellow ones, purple ones, all different colours. And they're really lovely in a garden, filling up any space, and they'll grow really well on rockeries and walls as well. Loads of garden weeds are edible as well. A lot of them don't taste very nice, but some of them do. And here's two that taste really, really nice. This is bittercress. It's a very short-lived annual. They have several generations during a year. And the ones that are at the end of the year survive as a rosette of leaves through the winter. And then all through the year, they just have many, many generations of these little plants. And you can eat the leaves and the flowers. And they taste just like cress. They're really nice. And then here, we've got the willow herb. These are also very nice, particularly the flowers. They just taste really interesting. They look really nice on salads. The leaves aren't quite as nice, but the flowers are very nice. So what about gazinias? Surely these big showy flowers from southern Africa can't be eaten, especially when you pick them and they give off this kind of like a milky sap. That makes them look really toxic, but they're not. There is quite a bit of disagreement with gazinias. Some people say they're edible, some people say they're not, some people say only certain types are. But they are actually quite tasty. The petals are nice, and the sort of inside bit's quite sweet. Yeah, the inside's really, really sweet, and the petals are not quite so nice, but they're okay. And they look amazing, don't they? They close up at night, they close up when it's raining, and they're really, really bright and colourful, and they can come back. They're actually a perennial, and as long as the winter's not too harsh, they will come back. And they do like to be constantly deadheaded, so they come back in future years, and they sometimes last about 3 or 4 years. Get all different colour ones. With other sort of daisy flowers or composite flowers, this isn't actually the flower. The flowers are these inside bits here, and you get little rings of these flowers which come out. And when they're all out and when they're all finished, then the flower is over, and then it sort of dies, and that's the time to pick it. And just take them all off, and then it should carry on producing more flowers all throughout the summer. As that one's probably be finished tomorrow because all its flowers are finished, whereas this one here's got a few more days because it's got some other ones in the centre to come out still. Not to be confused with gazinias, zinnias are edible as well, and they come from Central and South America. There's lots of different types of them. They have like one flowering stem, then loads of stems coming off that with flowers. And as long as you keep them dead-headed, they just keep on throwing up more and more flowers. And you get loads of different colour ones. Yellow one, pinky creamy coloured one. They actually taste really revolting, but the leaves and the flowers are both edible. Bergamot is a really good, nice edible flower, really interesting herbaceous perennial from North America, and it's quite tough in the mint family. The whole plant smells of Earl Grey tea because this is what they flavour Earl Grey tea with, and the leaves chewed will cure toothache and headaches. It's antiseptic, it's good for putting on cuts and things, and it smells just like Earl Grey tea. And the flowers are very exotic, and you can just pick one of these sort of exotic looking flowers here, and they are quite tasty really. Loads of medicinal uses, very easy to grow, quite like sun or semi-shade, and it sort of spreads into nice little clumps like this one. This has only been in a year and it's already spread into a nice little clump, and it sort of just spreads a bit like mint, but it's not as aggressive as mint, and the clump gets a little bit bigger every year, and they flower for quite a long time during the latter half of the summer. This one, Love in the Mist, is in the buttercup family, so it's not edible flowers. However, when these big seed pods dry out and are ready, the seeds can be used as a spice and have loads of medicinal uses. Good for the liver, good antioxidant, loads and loads of things, but they should be used in moderation. So when these pods are fully grown and dried out, I will collect some of the seeds and put them in a jar and put them in my spice cupboard. Borage is a really tough annual plant. This one's seeded itself here. They have very distinctive blue flowers, and they go on and on throughout the summer. And the leaves are edible. The whole plant has a weird odour to it. And the flowers, if you just get one out of the bracts here, just very carefully sort of get it off and try and get it in one piece. Then these can be used to decorate salads, put in ice cubes. They don't really taste of much at all. Are really edible, and it helps with loads and loads of digestive problems. And borage is a really nice, tough old cottage garden plant. Really nice, loads of other medicinal uses, and it just sort of looks after itself and often seeds itself as well. Nasturtiums are really tasty. I'm not going to eat these because they belong to somebody else, but they have a kind of peppery taste, and they're really nice on salads, really crunchy, and they add a kind of spiciness to a sandwich or something. They come from South America, and the leaves are quite good for wound healing and things like that. If you pick one and squish one, the leaves are edible as well, and the seeds are edible. These are marigolds, sometimes known as French marigolds, but they actually come from Mexico, so we'll call them Mexican marigolds. These are quite nice on salads as well, just a few petals as decorator salad, but I don't think they taste very nice personally. These bottle brushes, they're quite, you can suck the nectar out of them, or you can make the flowers into a little drink by soaking them in water. Bottle brush come from Australia. Although honeysuckle is poisonous, if you just pick the flowers without the little berry on them, and then you can just suck the nectar out of them, it's really nice. Cosmos daisies are a large annual plant from North America, and the flowers are not that nice, but petals are okay, and the middle bit's quite sweet, but some people say it's only certain types you can eat, but these are okay. They're a bit strong for a salad though. And fun here, all the different marigolds, the Mexican marigolds, or rather French and African marigolds, they're quite nice on salads and things. And then you have the calendula, the English marigold, which is actually from the Mediterranean. And this one, you can pick the petals off it, and then just sprinkle the petals on a salad, and that's really nice. Calendula has loads and loads of medicinal uses. Calendula is really good for like skin problems and for blood and for loads of other things. And salads just look really, really interesting with these sort of petals just sprinkled over them like that. It makes them look really kind of different and interesting. There are loads of different types of dahlias, and they come from Central America. And you wouldn't think dahlias would be edible, but the petals are edible, and you can decorate the salads with petals. I don't think they taste very nice at all. I think they're quite gruesome, really. But you can eat them. Petunias are from South America, and you wouldn't really think they'd be edible. They look poisonous. They look like loads of poisonous things, but they are edible. Or at least the flowers are. And they don't taste too harsh at all. You could decorate a salad with them. They've got a bit of a harsh taste, but they're not too bad. These little stone crops that grow on walls and rockeries, they're edible as well, the flowers and the leaves. Little invasive Santa Barbara daisies that you see growing on walls and rocks. They are apparently edible. I might try one. Cautiously. The petals are okay. The scent a bit not so nice. Yeah, the petals are okay. You could put those petals on as a salad or sprinkling on a salad, I suppose. Rose petals, from any type of rose really, but a scented rose is best. So probably not this one. Oh, that is scented. Yeah, that would be okay. This is quite a little rose. And just the petals can be dried or not and sprinkled on food. And they make food really aromatic and nice. And it's good for sore throat and upset stomach and a few other things. And you quite often get this in like Turkish food and things. It's quite nice just to sprinkle some rose petals, some dried or fresh ones on a meal. It makes it really exotic and really aromatic. Lizzie Lizzies are really, really tasty. They're one flower that is really, really gorgeous. And you just pick them and eat them or put them on salads, and these big colourful flowers, all different colours, purples, whites and things. And they are one of those tastiest flowers there is. From the genus Impatiens, they come from East Africa. And finally, pelargoniums. The pelargonium genus includes these ones and these ones. These ones are known as pelargoniums. These are called geraniums, but they're all pelargoniums. And the flowers, just like with the hardy geraniums, the flowers can be eaten and they have much the same use. Just eat one of these. They're quite sweet. They have a bit of a strong taste, but they're kind of okay. And these ones, they taste really similar actually. There are loads of other edible flowers. If you know of any other edible flowers, please do let me know in the comments. But that's all for today. So if you like today's video, please like and subscribe. If you press the little me, which is somewhere down here, you can see all my other videos. And I shall see you next time.